Okay. Hello, everyone. I took a little bit because I was preparing some purified water. It took a little bit to get that after I just got back from work, so I'm kind of still placing things around, or I just got done doing that. But yeah, today we're gonna be doing Ghostwire Tokyo again. We left where we left off. There was giant ghosts. I don't think much happened except like one giant ghost decided it was time to rumble. But we did indeed do a little bit of that. Fought. I don't think we fought the giant so much as he sent little guys after us and was like, hey, deal with these. And then I kind of just did. But why don't we get into it a little quicker this time? You might also hear a lot of loud noises outside. I have to keep my window open today because it is kind of hot. Not like yesterday where it was kind of a nice, cool day most of the day. Now this time it's kind of hot. Let's see. I think we were on chapter 3. I don't remember if I looked it up on stream or not, but I think there's like 6 chapters, so turns out we're not in the finale. We're more at like sort of a climax point. Things have basically reached the peak of the oh, hey, there's bad stuff happening. What we do know is that the big bad has sacrificed his daughter, turned her into a ghost to try and revive his wife. That kind of stuff. That kind of thing. I don't think there's a whole lot for us to do right now. I think it's mostly just run around the city, purify gates for padding purposes, reach the thing. I think they introduced a new enemy. It was like a lizard lady that can clip through walls and the floor. Alright. There was this whole thing where it was like, once you go in, be prepared to not be able to come back out. Little ghosts down there.
あの世に近い場所だ。入ったら簡単には戻れないぞ。準備はいいか？覚悟はできてるみたいだな。
I forget, weren't we in the underworld a little bit earlier? Oh yeah, it was like the last time KK got ripped out from us.
あの世で会いたい奴はいるか？俺は田舎のじいさんに会いて、一緒にカッパを探したんだよ。
父さんと母さんかな。
なんだよお前。悪い。つまんないこと聞いたな。汚れだらけだ。エドの言う通りなら冥界の交友もありそうだな。あいつらまでいるのか。
There we are. So we've got a few of these boyos. Quick purge. Yeah, whatever. Not like those ones are difficult, like, at all anymore. In fact, I would go as far as to say is those are the second easiest monsters in the game right now. There's probably easier ways to do that, but no one to surprise me. Some floating ghosts, but those things go down and like, oh, I see. Okay, so there is a slight complication. We got one of them. What is their name again? Something of the toilet? They're the toilet ghost. I can't see. When you have a more open environment to deal with them, they're not as threatening. I think when I was fighting them on the rooftops was the biggest problem, because they go from being, like, kind of pathetic to actually a threat. More. Alright, one on the edge there, that's what it was. Oh, it can fake out. Interesting. Okay, so it can kind of work to just mess with you. That's kind of interesting, actually. I can probably... Oh, I don't actually have any skill points right now. If I do, I really need to start getting, like, more ammo. Which one was the ammo again? Critical hits. fire rate. I could have sworn there was one that actually allowed you to change that at least. Maybe not. Let's see. I could probably stand to get an aerial dodge later. It's probably going to end up being like a Devil May Cry situation where it's like, I'm not doing very well until I get that. Except I'm doing a lot better in this game than I was in Devil May Cry. We're doing this again.
付き合うしかないな。
できれば早く帰りたいよ。
It's actually been a bit since we've had a section like this. Oh, boss fight. Gotta be.
どうしても渡してくれないみたいだぜ。
You're probably water. Or at the very least, weak to fire. Okay, so you do strike multiple times. Not really a hard fight, though.
よし、長居は無用だ。とっとと帰るぜ。
Okay, suddenly just a cat there. I don't think you were there earlier.
調子のいいやつだな。
Lot of talisman. Right. Spirit Well Talisman. Okay, that's what I was hoping it was. It's basically an ammo refill. Oh, they re-corrupted it.
道理で帰ってくるやつが少ないわけだな。
Hello. Oh. Yeah, time to leave. That was a lot of enemies in there.
助かった。死ぬかと思った。高いな。どうやって登ればいいんだ。
ここからじゃ無理だろうな。高速道路の方はどうだ。これで全部揃ったな。アジトに戻ってバイクの修理だ。
More spirits to grab. There's always more. Seriously, there's like so many in this game. I imagine anyone who is the 100%er sort got tired of it after a while. That's one thing I don't like about modern open world design, is that instead of, like, actually having anything interesting to see within the worlds, it's always just collectibles. Though then again, when it comes to these open world things, they're kind of hard to fill in with things without, you know, going too hard on everything. Of course, this is happening here.
お楽しみのところ悪いが、
止めよう。
もうそれほど余裕はないぞ。
了解。
何かしたぞ。まあ、言い方ってことはなさそうだ。とどめを刺してやるよ。
Crunch. Yeah, crunch. I swear those always happen at, like, the most awkward times. And they're not really that interesting. Like, I appreciate trying to spice things up, which I will give it to the game. They do put enough varied things around where there's always something different to do. But I kind of wish that there was more varied rewards in the end, instead of just spirits to free. Because it feels like you free spirits quite frequently in this game. And almost nothing else happens. Also, sometimes the climbing is kind of funky, but I don't think I've seen a single first-person game where... Actually, just a single game where that isn't the case. I swear, climbing in video games is one of, like, the most cursed mechanics. Because you'll think everything's fine, you'll think everything's dandy, and then you plummet to your demise because your character decided, no, that's not a thing you can grab onto. What are you, crazy?
あとは外に送るだけだ。
I was kind of hoping I could hit that on the way down. It would have been cool. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Shouldn't have flown over.
なんだ
What's what?
こいつらの相手が悪かっ
僕が成長したってことだね。
た。よくやってるよ、お前は。
Okay, so we got spirits there as well. Normally, I don't like running around and just fetching everything, but this is also a game that heavily rewards you for doing it. It's not like a Ubisoft game where eventually you just kind of start ignoring most of the things that you can collect. Okay, we janked that one to completion. Oh, I haven't seen one of you in a while. Well, I guess that works. I could use some ether. Ether's always important in this game, and I never feel like I'm managing it right. I'm not sure if that's the intention, to make it feel like ammo is scarce. But at the same time, if they're trying to go for, like, a horror vibe, I don't think they're doing it well. But maybe that's just me, because horror is subjective. There are people out there, such as a much younger version of me, who were terrified of Doom 3.
おい、死ぬ気か。やめろ。
Please, stop doing that. When it vaults, it goes all the way over instead of just on top, and that is so awkward. I get that you probably want it to go over, but, like, I've had more than enough times where that's not what I wanted, but the game did it anyways. So I can't get that one. Can go over there and fetch that. I wonder how well this game sold. Because I remember... I think I talked about it a bit earlier in a previous stream of this game, but I remember a lot of people didn't review this very well. Like, it apparently wasn't the, the pinnacle of gaming, which, I mean, to be fair, I don't think it ever had a chance to be. I don't know many games that are open world that I can think of that I would consider to be the pinnacle of much of anything. They're one of the hardest games to try and make work, and you have to try and make it so it's big enough that people want to actually explore your open world instead of just bum rush through everything. And that's kind of hard. Alright. Not gonna bother with those. Oh, you're new. Take forever. I don't know what it is with the red angry guys, but they are tanky to an almost ridiculous degree. Alright. Mostly came here for some ether. And because I knew those things would be a lot easier to fight. We do have a telephone this way. Oh, him again. I'm not even halfway. I'm probably gonna get this. I know it's not like the most immediately useful, but it really cannot be understated just how obnoxious it kind of gets. Oh yeah, there's a whole inventory system and things. Look at that, since fire seems to be the most used thing right now. Then I'll get a capacity boost, since I am constantly using heals at this point. Actually, I only encountered whatever that new one was recently. Okay, so we had a Shiramuku, a type of visitor born from feelings of proud envy and resentment. Oh, profound envy and resentment. They harbor a seemingly bottomless well of corrupted power. Their outfits resemble traditional wedding dresses worn in ancient Japan. Oh, that's interesting. And then there is another one. Maybe I didn't get it because I didn't kill it. It was just there and vanished. Yeah, I think that's what happened. It was just
いい感じじゃねえか。
well. Oh, and there's even more spirits. Alright, that's the entire reason I dropped down here to begin with. It's a Beyblade. Do you mind? No. You mind? Yeah, a lot of arms. Ow. Okay, that one is actually a fun fight. Like, some of those stronger ones are kind of just annoying and that's it. But that one is actually kind of fun. What was that one? Sanguine Dancer. Born from bloodlust and feelings of unbelonging, they whirl their blades in a frenzy, seeking the blood of the living. Huh. Pain, pain, go away. Come again some other day. Upper? I don't hear the pupper anymore. It's a blob.
気をつけろ。何かいるぞ。姿を消しているのか。大丈夫か。うまいぞ。
Got an achievement for that. What was he, though? This again. Silent gaze. From confusion and anxiety of one who fears the judgmental gaze of others. They can be difficult to spot, and once they are, it's often too late for their victims. The only thing I noticed is that he can melt into a puddle. Well, and he's like partially invisible. So if he doesn't want the judgmental gaze of anyone, wouldn't it be better for him to just be running away as quickly as possible? Sort of like the weird Kappa kids. Wait, wasn't I? I'm pretty sure I was here earlier. Did I have to reopen all of it? Like, fog just appeared again? Yeah, I definitely had to just clear the fog out again. Are they gonna make me refight everything that was here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so they're gonna give me some slack. But they don't want me comfortable, is what it seems to be. Okay, don't let me hop the fence. Throughout the world, there have always been objects that people claim bring misfortune to their owners. They call them cursed or corrupted, but scientifically speaking, what sort of changes are actually taking place inside them? It's a subject that I find to be of deep interest. It's easier than you'd expect to come across these kinds of objects in day to day life. It didn't take much digging at all to find something that immediately sparked my interest. I'd love to research it, but I'm not too keen to test my luck buying it myself. I think I'll send KK to get it instead. If it turns out something is actually wrong with the thing, I'm sure he can handle it.
リンクのやつ好き勝手言いやがって。
そんなのがリサイクルショップで売ってるの？
普通のやつは気づかないだけでその辺に転がってることもある。汚れた物品か。調べる価値はあるな。
Exorcism ad. I have powerful spiritual powers. If there are things troubling you that you can't see, I can help. Call me anytime. Confidential confidentiality guaranteed. Rapid, best in class exorcisms. Esports. There's no A. There's no game.
少しの間、俺に体を貸せ。修理する。よし、動きそうだ。このまま敵陣に突っ込むぞ。準備はいいか？
Let me save preemptively. I don't do side quests, so I don't know. I generally am not a side quest person. I know some people love to do those, but I'm kind of the person to bum rush main story. It's gotten me killed in games more times than once, but you know. It is a cool bike, though. Will I get to drive it, or is it just gonna be a cutscene? It's looking like a cutscene so far. Kind of sad I don't get to drive. That was kind of a cool scene.
やったか。
カバルだ。先を急ぐぞ。
Ooh, after this chapter, there's only one more. And then we can do Armored Core.
ここまで来たんだ。手ぶらじゃ帰れねえな。
ああ、必ずマリを取り戻す。
Sup?
いい買い物できたが。
まあね。
Oh, okay, I don't get that money. Are those paper lanterns? Or just embers? Like really big embers. Get a nice amount of money. Money is always good. And then this ain't open. Huh.
"私はここで死んだ。悔いを残してね。けど、それもあなたたちのおかげで晴れた。
行っちまうのか。
もう思い残すこともないから、消えるしかない。最後まで付き合えなくてすまない。
気にすんな。
こんな姿になっても、私は死後の世界は信じてない。そんなものがあったら、みんな喜んで死ぬに決まってる。生きなさい。懸命に。
She became clothes. Much like many other people here in Tokyo. It was all my fault. I'm so sorry, everyone.
エリカのことがあいつをこの世につなぎ止めてたんだ。その思いがなくなれば消えるだけだ。
KK もなのか。
だろうな。
Ooh, music stinger. I guess I didn't look at a thing. It's a big tower. Rock.
あいつの目的は家族の蘇生じゃないのか。
さっき言ってたろ。あいつにとって肉体は魂の器だ。捨て駒に過ぎない。
戦わずに済む方法はないのか。
ない。邪魔をするなら排除するだけだ。
I will say though, if there's one thing this game excels at, it's imagery. Big spider.
おい化け物。
No. weird timing. One core at least. That was actually surprisingly easy. Then again, I don't think any of the bosses have really been that hard.
あいつはこの先に一体何を見ているっていうんだ。
知るか。同情はしねえ。だが俺が終わらせてやる。
That's one. There's one other.
俺はあいつを倒すまでは燃料切れにはならねえよ。あんな奴を残して消えられるかよ。
あの写真の家族のためにだろ。いい父親だな。
まあな。中に入ったら引き返せないかもしれない。準備を怠るなよ。
Am I gonna be completing this game
今のお
tonight?
前なら新しい技を習得できそうだな。
I might. I actually just might. A massive visitor born from the psychic energy produced by Okina and other nearby humans. Its form is the result of corruption brought about by lingering illness. Its spiritual energy levels are extremely high, and its enormous body is especially durable for a visitor. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure the Sanguine Dancer took more damage than that. Surprisingly, not seeing a whole lot of places to refresh my ether here. Control guide real okay, that does not help me. I do not use a controller. Key assignments. What was the one for talisman? F switches them. Okay, that doesn't help. What is the one to use the talisman? I have to equip. I guess I have to equip it specifically. So 0 is what I would hit. if I need anything. Alright. If I need ammo.
町に戻って準備するか。行くぞ。
I might actually just finish this game today at this point. I might as well. I mean, I still got an hour left. For like my normal time.
ここもみんな消されたのか。
どこかにあいつがいるはずだ。上に行ってみよう。
No obvious visitors.
What? 何言ってるんだ。
お兄ちゃん、本当は私のことなんて考えてないでしょ。
She's already
自分のことしか考
a
えてない。
visitor, isn't she?
自分のせいで私が死ぬのが怖いんでしょ。
どうした？
変な声が聞こえる。妹の声だった。
あいつらが何か仕掛けてきてるのかもな。おい、どうした？アキト。アキト。行くぞ。
マリー、お前の本心なのか。
惑わされるな。相手の思うツボだぞ。
違うんだ。
アキト、しっかりしろ。
If it's what she feels like, that's fine, because we're doing what we can now. There's only so much that we can do. We have gotten this far. Let's at the very least make things work.
俺はいい親なんかじゃない。刑事として一生懸命働いてさえいれば家族は守れると信じきっていた。でもな、久しぶりに家に帰ったら俺たちはもう家族じゃなくなっていた。息子は俺が渡したおもちゃをつまらなそうに見ていたよ。もうスーパーカーになんか興味がなくなっていたんだよ。
ケケ。
それでも俺はこの戦いから逃げない。守りたいものを守るためだ。
マリー！
あの人形は時間稼ぎすらできなかったのか。
てめえ。
肉体の死はただの事象に過ぎない。魂は肉体を離れてこそ本来の姿を取り戻す。
死生観は自由だ。否定はしない。
I mean, technically he's not wrong.
独りよがりの妄想に人を巻き込むな。
正しい導きはいつの時代も疎まれる。だが
It is our true form, yes, but
君も
we should
すぐ
still
に理
live.
解するだろう。肉体がいかに無意味なものなのか。
マリー様！
必要な量の魂は集まった。その全てを使い生と死の境界を破壊する。
Don't tell me this is like a
君の
thing
妹は
Where like I was supposed to gather every spirit.
とても尊い役割だ。
そんなことさせるか。
教会が失われれば世界は一変する。私はそこにささやかな楽園を作るつもりだ。妻と娘の魂が永遠に輝き続けることができる。
Oh, he nutty.
何が楽園だ。
そうだ、素晴らしいことを思いついた。この娘にも楽園を用意してやろう。強い意志を持った稀有な魂だ。場合によっては新世界の導き手になれるかもしれない。新世界のマリア、いやイブか。
お前の夢物語など。
Would that make us the new Satan in his world?
直接確かめたのか。妹の魂がこの肉体に戻りたがっているか否か。
それは
この娘の包帯の下はどうなっていると思う。肉体に固執しても苦しみが増すだけだ。
だからって。
おい、惑わされんな。こいつを倒さなければ世界が終わるんだぞ。アキト、しっかりしろ。
時は完全に満ちた。ここから世界が変わる。新たな始まりの時だ。
Now's the time to strike.
もう少しだ。もう少しで我が祝願が成就する。
立て、奴を追うぞ。
マリー、お前は何を。
あいつの妄想に取り込まれるな。目を覚ませ。覚まさないならお前を切り捨てる。アキト、お前本当にこのまま。俺はこいつを倒す。自分に勝つ。
I'll kick my own ass.
お前は邪魔をするな。要は確かめるのが怖えんだろ、妹の気持ちを。自分が命張ってまでやってきたことが全部無駄だった。その答えを聞くのが怖えんだ。
あんたに何がわかる。
わからねえよ。自分の家族の気持ちさえな。わからねえから確かめに行くんじゃねえか。
ケケ、
俺は止まらない。お前はどうする。
僕も行く。マリに直接確かめるまで死ねない。
Frame rate. Oh, it's you again.
誰よりも戦ってんだよ。なるほど。
I can't see the name right now, sorry.
家族さえもだ。泣き言だらけだ。情けバカだからな。そいつをぶん殴れるんだ。
But thanks for following. I'm in the middle of the climax, I think. He got the ground pound. Denied. Oh, come on, drop the shield. No need to Dark Souls 2 it. Oh yeah, give me time to heal, won't ya? All right. And... oh. Got a bit more in you, do ya?
違うか。
そうだね。
何のために戦ってるんだよ。わからねえ。だって諦めたら終わりだ。何もしねえまま死ぬのだけは耐えられねえ。だから俺はここにしがみついてんだ。あいつになるんじゃねえぞ。
Oh, let me charge my attack, will ya? It's gonna be a rule of 3. Nope. Alright. Alchin, thank you for following. All good, it's just you. Well, welcome aboard. That was actually probably the most involved fight that I've ever had in this game. It was actually pretty fun.
まさか自分に引導を渡すことになるとはな。
ケイケイ
黄泉の国はまだ先だ。
ああ、行こう。
We're probably going to be finishing this game tonight. We'll see. Everything's ramping up. Oh, yeah, it's chapter 6. We're on the last chapter. We're just going to finish this tonight. And then... I was going to say next week, but I guess it's technically this week. I'll figure out a schedule. I've got tomorrow off, so I can probably do more Xenoblade tomorrow. I'll figure out what time I can do Armored Core.
黄泉の国ってのは味気ねえな。まあそんなもん求めちゃいねえが。
何か聞こえる。
なんだ水の音か。
Oh. I can't run. So are we going through her emotions? Like memories and emotions?
記憶だ。
Someone's memories? It's the sister, obviously. It's either that or mine. Or maybe it's his? Maybe it's the bad guys. I think there was something mentioned about illness earlier with one of his. Yeah. Wait, no, it is Mary. It's our memories, huh?
学校で困ったことがあったらすぐ僕に言うんだぞ。
一緒に通った小学校だ。
Hey, weren't we here earlier?
私も行く。友達と約束があるからついてこない。
I swear, earlier in the story, we were here.
僕とマリの記憶だ。あの子、マキトの妹じゃなかったっけ？そうだけど、こっち呼べばいい。いいよ、喋ることないし。
Because they didn't get along super well. This makes me feel nostalgic.
考えすぎだよ。
I haven't been to a mall in a long time.
よくないよ。お父さんとお母さんの結婚記念だよ。やっぱりお揃いのものがいいよね。
遠い昔の記憶に思えるよ。
Man, I kind of want to go to a mall now, but I don't know if they're even as I remember them.
母さんが家のことは気にするなって言ってた。マリもやりたいことやれよ。 悪い風にばっか考えるなよ。その浴衣、
お母さんの浴衣。
So their mom passed away from a illness, I guess, as well.
よかった晴れて。
お祭りとか久しぶりだよね。
くそ、目を背けるなアキト。
お母さん大丈夫だよね。やだよ、お母さんいなくなる。なんでみんないなくなるんだろう。
Okay.
お兄ちゃんどこにいるの？どこ？病院だよ。早く病院に来てよ。お母さんはお父さんに会いに行ったんだよね。
ここから新しいスタートだな。
そうだね。あと何回新しいスタートが来るんだ。スタートなんかじゃないよこれ。落ちていってるだけだよ。
どこまで下に行くんだこの階段。
恐れるな、大丈夫だ。
どこまで落ちるの私たち。
Wait. Please don't tell me this isn't that forest. It isn't that.
早くそこに落ちればいいの。
It isn't that forest, is it? I'm not gonna drop any names.
お父さんがいる場所。
Oh, I think it is.
アキト、逃げるな。あの子の言葉を聞きたかったんだろ。
I think that might have been what that was supposed to represent.
この世界でどうして私だけ落ちていくの？
Oh, she got the depression.
自分から落ちていく。
Oh.
アキト、
大丈夫だ。 マリに会わないと。
そうだ、守りたいものを守るんだ。
ああ、もう逃げない。どこかに繋がってる。
Alright, let's finish this up. Didn't really expect to be hit with emotions
ここだ。
ああ、
at this point,
あい
but
つもお前の妹もこの中だ。準備はいいか。
also sorry I haven't been talking so much. I try to let the stories play out as best I can. That's pretty though.
家族の晴れの門出を静かに見守ってやることもできないとは哀れな者たちだ。
確かめに来た。マリの意志を邪魔はさせない。
物言わぬ彼女の願いを君がどう知るというのだ。
やめろー！
冥界の門は開いた。あとは最後の仕上げだ。
Plain Y.
時よ、止まれ。なんだこれは。 彼女が起こしているのか。いや、それでも儀式は止められない。
Is she gonna be the final boss fight?
Mari.
お兄ちゃん、ありがとう。来てくれて。
ごめん。俺ずっと謝りたくて。
知ってるよ。だから私死ねなかった。お兄ちゃんのせいじゃない。あの時私これを。何？お母さんたちが残してくれた思い出、どうしても置いていけなかった。
マリ。
お兄ちゃんは生きて。
俺
最後に本当の気持ち話せてよかった。
成功だ。やはり私は間違っていなかった。二つの世界は今つながったのだ。人々の魂は肉体から解き放たれ浄化される。私と私の家族は再び一つとなる。失うことも悲しむこともない。永遠の楽園で。
All right. Let's finalize this.
終わらせるぞ、アキト。
ああ、これが本当の最後だ。
なぜ私を拒む？なぜ私を拒む？
一つになるかよ。
Alright. I need ammo. I can use those talisman, but I'm going to deplete what there is for free first. And one.
何も生まない死は誰にも理解できないつながるしかない
流った結果自我まで崩れてきやがった。暴れてすらねえな。
Oh, that's corruption. Wrong button. And that's number 2.
なぜ拒むなぜだ安くってと言っているだろう
あいにく俺たちは体一つを二人で使ってんだ。案外
That's one.
生きるってのはそういうことだろうな、相棒。
ああ、それがお前には見えてない世
Get
界
rid
だ
of that one.
バカ者。
Oh yeah, he is kind of embracing his no-face art. It's cool looking boss fight though. Like I was saying earlier, in terms of like art, this game is really good. What do you mean?
I
I mean, I get that I'm bouncing off occasionally, but that's just because my aim sucks. And rule of 3. Yep, it's always rule of 3. As someone way into mythology and spirits, and you okay?
捕らえられていた魂だ。
Yeah, it's really good.
この人たちは
I like mythology in general, not just
魂と肉体が
Japanese.
切り離されていただけだからな。
I feel like myth is the most interesting part of human civilization.
でもマリは
It's that forest again.
父さん母さん 父さんの命日は12月10日母さんは6月9日忘れてない一度だって忘れたことなんてないもう平気なふりなんてしないよ泣いてもみっともなくても僕は生きていくまたな次に会うのは俺が最後の最後まで生き抜いた
Oh, it's chunking out a bit.
「家族の前でようやく素直になれたってわけか。
黙ってたと思ったらまだそんな
最後に一つだけ頼みたいことがある。
うん。
妻と息子に伝えてほしい。俺は最後まで諦めずに生き抜いたと。
分かった必ず伝える
悪いな、使いっ走り頼んじまって。自分で行ければいいんだが、ちょっと疲れちまったんでな。
KK
アキト、もう取りつかれんなよ。死神は俺みたいにいいやつじゃねえからな。
なんだよそれ勝手に取り付いておいて礼ぐらい言えよ
This is a surprisingly bittersweet ending. I suppose with that, we've beaten Ghostwire Tokyo. As is tradition, a brief review. I don't know if I can upload this on my YouTube channel, because I think I forgot to post some of the VODs before, so there'd just be a chunk missing in the middle of everything. But I feel like the game, if you just focus on the story, is actually fairly good. And I feel like it, ironically enough, falls apart when you try to do the side stuff. This is, ironically enough, a game that does not benefit from being an open world with collectibles. The combat, fairly good. I feel like they introduced enemies a little too slowly, because by the time I saw a new enemy, it was over and out and never showed up again. It was almost always just the same visitors time and time again. It got to a point where I was more used to seeing umbrellas than I was used to seeing, like, the hair creatures. I think I literally only saw the small children raincoats once. I saw the students quite often. I saw the walkers quite often. I saw occasional large and rage walkers. I saw quite a few of, like, the floating ghosts. I saw, like, maybe one of the hanging dolls. But, oh, I also saw, like, I want to say at the very least 4 of those scissor ladies. Everything else, I think I saw literally once. And it made the variety kind of stale after a while, because I didn't get to see as much of the sandbox. I'm sure you could see more of it if you do side content, unlike what I did, where I focused almost entirely on the main thing. But yeah, aside from that bit about the enemy variety, still a very good combat system, very fluid and fun. After a while, I started chaining perfect blocks, and it felt satisfying. Story-wise, really solid. I feel like, what was her name? Rinko? I feel like she probably could have stood to have more anything in the story. She kind of appears and then dies. At least that's how I remember. She appears briefly, vanishes for a bit more of the story, comes back to say some things, dies. As for, like, the ending bit, yeah, like you said, it did kind of hit in the gut. It was surprisingly sad. And while I feel like the ending just goes from sad to bittersweet, still think it's pretty solid. overall, I really don't see how it got such negative reviews. Well, not really negative, but more like middling reviews. Because I don't think it was bashed. I think it was only really ever given like a out of 10 kind of deal. I personally think it was a very solid experience. And maybe I'll revisit it at some point. Which, for me, that is a higher recommendation than most. If I am willing to revisit a game, then chances are I thought it was good. Now, let's see. Excuse me. But, in terms of, like, the overall package, I would probably recommend it. It's got a more fun combat system than most open world games. And I feel like there is definitely more reason to focus on the main game than there is anything else. I will say that. So it feels like a lot of the side content almost kind of feels unnecessary, at least to me. But yeah, that was good. I guess next time, well, next time is tomorrow, which I'll be doing more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But after that, I'm going to be starting Armored Core. So we're going to be dealing with big robots and plenty of debt. Woman B, Woman A. I always love it when they don't even give, like, names. It's just Person A. Oh yeah, there was like a whole English dub for everything, wasn't there? I didn't do the English dub at all, because it felt like it would have been kind of weird for this kind of game. There are just some games where playing it in a non-native language just detracts. Like Gothic and playing it in, I think it was German. And this game, I can't really see it as anything other than the Japanese voice cast. I do hope we get to see more from Tango Gameworks, though. They've been pretty fun so far. Surprisingly long. And again, I guess these days credits for games are always long. Games are more complex than they've ever been before. I wonder, if you were to show this game and have them play it, like someone from, like, the 80s, would it instantly annihilate them? Knowing that games could play like this? God, especially since, like, mouse look was kind of an unheard of thing until the late 90s. Actually, not even just mouse look. We didn't even have dual analog aiming as a common feature in games yet. Oh man. I wonder how they would react to the controls. I know I had to customize the controls when I started playing this. I don't like pressing Control or Alt very often, so the less I have to press those buttons, the better. So I'm prone to using the mouse buttons, 4 and 5. Though I've also got an MMO mouse, so I can also just, you know, use a numpad in a way. This game had a Polish dub? If it actually has a Polish VA, I might recommend it to Jellycat. Because Jellycat, every time they're looking for games to play in, like, another language, specifically Polish, they can just never find a game with it. Apparently, it's really rare for games to have Polish dubs. Gonna be real though, I honestly did not expect to be beating this game today. Oh, that's Brian Pitts. I thought that said Brad Pitt. But yeah, I really did not expect to be beating this game today. I thought there would be more game. But I guess that's what happens when you, sort of bum rush a game. Pretty sure this game's how long to beat is like 20 hours or something like that. Oh, around 11, apparently, depending on your skill level. I wonder how long it took me. Yeah. Just looking up how long to beat also shows some reviews from this game. A lot of them are very mixed. Some people find that the combat is boring and repetitive. Others think that it's fine, but yeah, there's just like opinions all across the board. It's almost as if no one can really figure out whether they like or dislike the game. Which, now that I think about it, is probably why once it, came out and had been out for a while, I just never heard anything about it anymore. It had always been in the back of my mind. Because this game always looked kind of interesting to me. But it just never was in the cards for me to play it until semi-recently. I don't suppose this is skippable, is it? Sorry, guys. I don't want to sit through credits the whole way through. You gonna show us an after credits scene? Or are you just gonna have the logo? The logo it is. Transmission beads. Bonus content will be in your inventory after you start a new game or load a completed save file. Outfits, emotes, camera frames, camera filters, stamps, figures, and soundtracks that you've obtained will be carried over when starting a new game, excluding certain items. If you'd like to carry these items over into a pre-existing save file, please visit an offering box at a shrine. Stamps, music tracks, emotes? Okay, I'm gonna be real. This is something that has confused me about the game as early as, like, the first day I started playing it. Why are there emotes, and why are there outfits? This is a first-person game where, yes, the cutscenes are third-person, but what is the point at that point? I know that sentence felt kind of redundant, but I don't get it. So it saves you back at Contortion, huh? Well then. I want to thank y'all for stopping by. It seems like we've completed the game, and with next week, we'll be... I guess we'll be playing... Wait, next week? This week? I am... Sorry, I have been all over the place lately. New job, new schedule, figuring things out. But, point continues. Tomorrow, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and sometime after that, we'll be playing Armored Core. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Aldshin. I think you're the only one chatting today. But to anyone who might have been lurking, thank you all for stopping by as well. We kind of took a bit to get here, but yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Ciao.